Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Faye, founder of Digital Karma. We're a full-service digital marketing agency passionate about helping pest control businesses grow their online presence and connect with the right customers. Our mission is to empower pest control businesses with smart, strategic digital solutions that turn clicks into clients. Today's session is all about one of the most powerful tools in your marketing arsenal, your website. We will be showing you how to turn it into a lead machine that works 24 hours, 7 days to bring in new business. Leading today's session is Regina, our sales executive for pest control industry. Regina has helped dozens of businesses make simple, effective website changes that result in real sales growth. I'm excited to hand it over to her now. Enjoy the session.
Thank you for that amazing introduction, Faye. I'm Regina. I will be your presenter for today. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us. So I'll share my screen so we can get right into it. So today's topic is a very interesting one. It's basically targeted at your website. So does your website repel or attract customers? It's a basic guide for all our pest control companies. So just before we get into it, today's topic is basically a big part of your digital dominance method. So we're kicking it off with the most important part being your organic and SEO. So your website and organic footprint is basically your foundation for your online marketing strategy. So just before we get into it, I have a few rules for us to follow. The first one being, please keep your mic muted just to minimize any background noise. You can share thoughts or comments in the chat. Please keep it respectful and professional. If you do have any questions, we do have a dedicated Q&A session right after the webinar, and the session is being recorded, so you do consent to being a part of it. So basically, in the next 45 to 60 minutes, we will be able to explain to you how you can double or triple your leads that come through your website. Who we are and why you should listen to us. So here at Digital Karma, we basically have more than 5 years of working with pest control companies across the United States. We are an associate member of National Pest Management Association, NPMA. We do attend key events such as Women's Forum, the Academy, Eastern Conference. We recently just came back from the NPA Academy. Faye was there representing the team. Did anybody else participate in the recent NPA Academy? Please let us know through the chat as well. We also exhibit at Pest World. We started last year and we are committed to exhibiting every year on. If you did visit our booth at Pest World last year, please write it in the chat. I would love to reconnect with everyone. We also have a deep understanding of all the different unique challenges that pest control businesses are facing. We are able to provide you with data-driven strategies that are able to deliver you real and measurable growth. We have managed to build over 20 plus pest control websites, and we are currently managing 60 home service and development accounts nationwide. We have helped clients virtually go from being invisible to dominating their local market players. And we have helped several clients finally achieve their $1 million revenue growth. And our mission is very simple. We are committed to helping 100 pest control companies triple their sales. We do this by helping you build a strong digital presence. How we help you attract your high quality leads and convert clicks into loyal customers. So all this we're able to do through our data-driven strategies and basically turn your online presence into your most valuable business asset as it should be. Okay, so just before we get into the webinar, I would encourage you to go ahead and book a discovery call. So this is where we can have a chat one-on-one with the team. It involves 3 steps. So the first one is a needs assessment. We get to know your business, any of your short-term, long-term goals, your current pain points, what you'd like to do. We do all that during the discovery call. After that, we have another strategy session where we have solutions that we've explored for all your previous pain points, and we provide you with customized recommendations. So all our recommendations are tailor-made based on whatever needs our client needs at that moment. So we do have a link in the chat. You can go ahead and book a discovery call. The team and I would love to sit down and chat with you. Okay, so I do have a quick webinar outline for us, very short and simple. First things we're going to look at is the real problem that pest control businesses are facing online. What makes a great website in this industry, some real examples, as well as mistakes that you need to avoid, and quick wins that you can implement on your very own website right after the webinar. Okay, so jumping right into it, what's bugging your business, right? So some of the main problems that we have seen our pest control clients face is you are investing a lot in your marketing, you make big investments in your marketing, however, you have a low return on that investment. Your website is not optimized, you have no clear information about your services. There's actually very hard to chat with you online to actually book your services, and you have no conversion tracking at all. So if at all any of these resonate to you, you can let me know in the chat. That's the reason for today's webinar. We want to fix all these problems. Your website is your hub. Yes, I strongly believe in this because your website basically allows you to connect with clients from different channels. So as long as your website is set correctly, you are able to have different communication from different channels, allowing it to be your actual hub.
There are some comments on the chat. When you ask, put it in the chat. What is bugging their businesses?
Could you read the comment?
Sure. Mark is saying they don't see what they are investing on their marketing. So they don't see the return of investment.
That's a typical problem that we face with our pest control companies. So I will be able to show you different tools that you need to make sure you implement to basically be able to understand where your investment is going and how it's working for you. Okay, so now we go to why conversion is important. Here I have two examples. The first one is you receive a 1,500 visitors per month. You have a 5% conversion because you got 75 calls. So you have 22 new customers as well. And your initial service ticket is $350. So if we multiply that by the new customers that you got this month, it gives you an initial service revenue of 7,700. And if those same clients do apply for a quarterly service package, they earn you 3,300. So now same number, scenario two has the same number of visitors, but the conversion here is 15%. So in this example, you're able to receive 225 leads, which led you to have 67 new customers. So your initial service, same price, but this time you have 67 new customers, which gives you a total revenue of 23,450. And if they do apply for a quarterly service, that gives you 10,050. So as you can see, it's the same number of visitors in the month. However, the conversion rate is different. With 5% conversion, you only make 7,700, but with 15% conversion, you make 23,400. So this just shows you an example when we're dealing with numbers as to why conversion is so important. So now we're going to look at the must-haves of a high-performing website. The first one being mobile friendly and fast. So most people ask why? Why should I have a website that's mobile friendly and fast? First things first, over 60 to actually 70% of your web traffic comes from smartphones. So you can imagine over 60% of people who actually view your website are doing so on their mobile phone. So things like speed matter, the navigation of your website matter. People should be able to scroll fast, to click a button, be able to call or book online instantly. And one of the main reasons why your website should be mobile friendly is because Google actually ranks mobile friendly sites higher. So I can give you an example where you have an amazing website, professionally done, easy navigation, but it's not mobile optimized. So what that means is Google now ranks your website lower than it actually should be. So it's very important for you to be able to have a website that is mobile optimized. So I'll give you an example of what I mean by a mobile optimized website. Okay, so this is one of our clients, Optimum Pest Control. I just refreshed the page. All right, so this is basically how the Optimum Pest Control website looks through a mobile phone. So as you can see, if we scroll down, you're able to see each page. There's nothing that's too small, nothing that needs you to zoom in or zoom out. If your customer needs to change the page, they can do so by a click of a button. So this is what we call a mobile-friendly website. All the information is clear. Customers are able to navigate your website freely. You have different call to actions available as well. Okay, so next we have your clear service.
Regina, before going to the next slide, we have a question from Barney. How do you track where search or visitors like this come from? How can I find out who called my company from the website? But I think we have a part for that, right?
Yes, so I love the question very, very much because we do cover that in the webinar. I like that you're thinking way ahead of us. So we will be able to cover that on conversion tracking. How are you able to understand where different calls are coming from, who's calling your business, all that we cover under conversion tracking. Okay, do I have another question, Faye?
No.
Okay, perfect. So we are on clear service specific pages, right? So in the pest control industry, your customers are basically searching for specific services. What that means is if someone is in urgent need of bed bug removal, bees, termites, they are searching for exactly that. So, for example, termite treatment or bug treatment in my area. So, imagine having a website that does not have clear service specific pages. If clients are searching for such specific services, your website is unable to actually pop up for them to um, get in contact with you to get your services. Another thing is it allows you to show your expertise in each area. So a customer comes to your website, they see your service specific page, they're able to understand what type of pests you deal in. Do you deal in wildlife also? Is their problem something that your company actually provides services to? It also makes your website very easy to navigate, more user-friendly. It also provides further communication for your clients. Some clients have no idea how to deal with bees or ants, but as long as you have a service-specific page, you're able to put small information that allows your customer to build trust with you. And most importantly, your service-specific pages actually allow you to improve your SEO. So you're targeting more relevant keywords, therefore improving your SEO. So I'll give you an example of what I mean by service specific pages. Okay, back to Optimum Pest. If we click the menu, if you see pest control, they have a drop down menu. Here they literally list each and every pest that they deal in. So if you're a client who's currently having bed bug problem. You click bed bug, it opens up. They basically have small intro on how they treat bed bugs, and right at the end, get a free quote or call. So in an instant where a client is urgently looking for bed bug removal, the way the website is laid out is completely perfect. The client gets to read how you treat it, and they move on to their next call to action. So this is your service specific pages. Basically, each and every pest that you deal in, small information allows customers to know you better. Okay. Yes, you can also use special offers and coupons. So such things are able to attract not just new customers, but also return your old customers as well, allowing you to increase your conversions. So you can have things like summer special, you can have a discount off your quarterly services, just something to interact and engage with your clients. Okay, before I move on, do I have any questions in the chat, Faith? Okay, so we're good to go. So next we look at our clear call to actions, right? So your call to actions, just like we call them call to actions, allow your users to know what to do next and how to do it. What this does is it guides your visitors and reduces any confusion. So it's very essential for you to make them very mobile friendly. They should be simple, tappable, perfect for people who are using their mobile phones. And they also allow you to make call to actions such as get a free quote, see our services. Such things actually help your users act fast. So even if I was just browsing on the website, but I see at the end, get a free quote. Oh, why not? Why not fill up the form, get a free quote, understand if I can actually afford the services? Lastly, your call to actions actually help you increase your conversions. So just imagine this, right? It's very easy for clients to know your location, to call you, to fill in any forms, to understand the services that you do provide. That means that you're able to lead your business to having more calls, more form submissions, more service bookings, basically increasing your conversion. Next, we look at organic and sincere content. So this one is basically where you need to make your customer's problem their priority, right? How do you do this? For number one, you can speak to your target avatar, understand your client's fears, their frustrations, be able to explain why should they choose you and not your competitor, right? Always be ready. Next is be real. So here you need to be able to use organic pictures of your team on your homepage, throughout your website, pictures of your trucks. If it's a family-owned business, does your website actually show people when they come to your website that your business is actually family-owned? Does it show that you are part of the local community? What type of CRS services are you doing? Next, you can also add some credibility, right? So here you can do this with authority symbols. Are you a member of BBB? Are you an Angels list? Do you have MPA registration? Just to show your clients that you actually know what you're doing in the business, you are credible, and satisfaction guarantee as well. Basically allows you to build more trust with anyone who visits your website. So here I'll show you what we mean by organic and sincere content. Yeah, so you can also use video and multimedia elements to engage with your different clients. You can have a website video where you have a welcome video. This is our business. These are the services that we do provide. You could have a video explaining why someone should choose your business and not your competition. So I'll give you an example of organic content. So here I have, yes, I know it's not in the pest control industry, but we really love their new picture. So once you go onto this website, you can clearly see that this should be a family-owned business, maybe mom and dad, kids. You can see the branding of this shirt. You can see the type of trucks that they have. So this shows you that this is a business that is run by actual human beings. It's a family-owned business. If you do see the truck around just from the website, you as the customer are able to identify, oh, that's Valley Plumbing. Those are the people who do my plumbing services. If you see the team in the jerseys, even if you book a service with these people, you wouldn't have to guess that these are the people who are actually coming to service your house, because when you come to the website, you have a feel of the type of attire the person will be wearing, the type of person you should be expecting. All this is because of having organic content. So I'm hoping that our pest control customers will be able to jump on board with that. And then lastly is leverage your social proof. So this basically means you should be able to show your online reviews on your homepage. So here we at Digital Karma, we do have a tool where we're able to connect your Google My Business account to your website. So what that does is all your reviews are automatically updated from your Google My Business straight to your website. So that basically builds trust. It shows authenticity. Instead of you manually adding reviews on your website, Your Google My Business is linked directly to your website and it does everything automatically for you. Also, we our system is able to show reviews of 4 stars and above. So I'll show you reviews should be connected from your Google My Business account. So back to Optimum Pest, let's go to the home page. And if we scroll down, you're able to see Google reviews. So reviews on Google. So as the customer, you don't need to go and find Optimum Pest on Google to actually review their reviews. Once you're on the website, you're able to see the reviews. As you can see, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 5 days ago. So basically, their Google My Business account is connected directly to their website. So this allows clients to understand the type of quality of work that you do, what type of experience have your past clients had with you, allowing you to build trust, and they'll be able to book your services if they do decide to. Okay. Next, we have easy contact forms. So what we need to understand in the pest control industry, before I move on to this one, Faye, do we have any questions regarding organic content? Does anyone have a team picture, pictures of their truck? What is that looking like?
Let's see. Do you have any team pictures, family pictures on your websites? No, nobody says anything, but Mark says, Regina, can you check our website after the webinar? We can
So,
check your website after the webinar. Put in the chat our booking link again.
yeah,
So you can book from there an appointment. We can do a one-on-one call, and during that one-on-one call, we can make a discovery about your business and also can review your website.
yeah, that sounds good. Would love to sit down with you, Mark, and see exactly how your website is looking and what we can do to assist you further.
Barney asks, is it free? Yes, it is free.
Yes.
Uh, and no obligation.
It's completely free. Use the link in the chat. You will be able to pick a time and we'll sit down with you. No worries about that. Okay, so moving on, we're going to discuss easy contact options. So as we mentioned earlier, in the pest control industry, people are searching for you when there's an urgent need. So they need fast action. They're basically reaching out to you in very distressful situations. For example, they're currently having an infestation, currently woke up with bites, noises in the basement, etc. So your contact forms should be able to reduce any friction. You should enable the use of SMSs and phone via marketing automation. And most importantly, customers are changing. What that means is your contact options should be able to support different preferences, right? So some people prefer phone calls, some people prefer to speak through text, others want you to email them, others want to chat instantly, others want to a quote form, others want to book your services right away, right? That's so many scenarios I just mentioned right there. So what that means is your contact options should be able to support all the different preferences so that you're not losing any leads just because I felt like I prefer to text, but your business has no text option. And most importantly, it allows you to build trust. So like I mentioned, people are often reaching out to you during very stressful times. If it's clearly visible, if you have clearly visible contact information, it shows them that you are accessible and you are actually ready to help. Okay, next we look at marketing automation. So why marketing automation? So the main problem that we've realized with our pest control customers is that your inbound leads are slipping through the cracks. What do we mean? 50 to 60% of your inbound leads are leaving unconverted. So you have 60% web forms that you're failing to convert, and leads are not being followed up within a good time, which is 15 minutes. Once they're not followed up, they basically go cold. The reality, as I have mentioned, customers' behavior has changed. So the average customer needs about 5 to 7 follow-ups before they book your service. Some today's customers actually prefer text messages over phone calls or email, right? So what that means is, why do we need marketing automation? Because marketing automation means manual follow-ups that are leading to inconsistent results. You have delayed responses, which are turning into cold leads. You have missed follow-ups, which result you into losing revenue. So the solution would be for you to be able to follow up your web forms within 2 minutes. You can do this via phone, email, and text. So you can also have automated workflows that basically ensure that each lead gets at least 5 touch points. And you're also able to enable a two-way texting to basically meet your customers where they are. Okay. And the outcome. So what's the outcome of you implementing marketing automation? It means you have faster follow-ups. You're able to get any of your hot leads engaged within 15 minutes. You have 5 touch points, which means you have high conversion rate. You also have text-first automation, which means you're able to now have more book jobs. So the result of you implementing your marketing automation is your phones will be ringing, your trucks will be running, business is booming, and consistent growth. I believe that that's what each and every one of my customers look for. Their phones should be ringing, their trucks should be running, business should be booming, and they should be able to see consistent growth. So I have an example just to explain to us on why marketing automation is important, right? So in the first slide over here, I'm sorry about that. Okay. So you have 100 leads, but no follow-up. So from these 100 leads, you managed to book 30 jobs, which means your conversion rate is 30%. And your average service ticket is $350. So if we multiply that by the number of jobs you booked, it gives you a total revenue of 10,500. Now, in the next example, you have the same number of leads, 100, but you're using an automated follow-up system. So with your system, you manage to book 70 jobs, which means your conversion rate is at 70%. Your average service ticket is same price, the $350 times 70 gives you a total revenue of 24,500. So can you see there's a difference of literally $14,000 because in example 1, you are doing manual follow-ups, but in example 2, the client is using automated follow-up system. So that's why marketing automation is important. Okay. Before we move on to the next one, do we have any questions, any suggestions in the chat? No, okay, good to go. So next we look at our foundational and on-page SEO. So it's very important when you're creating your website to be able to design your high-converting SEO landing pages in a way that is geo-targeted. What location are your services? What locations are you targeting? What services? So it should be geo-targeted and service-specific content so that you're able to basically drive organic growth and leads from day one. Another important thing is your comprehensive sitemap and SEO transition. So a comprehensive sitemap and SEO transition allows for a seamless migration. So if we are changing from your old website to your new website, you don't want to lose your sitemap analysis. You want to preserve your structure. You want to preserve your ranking, your performance, your ratings. This is done through a comprehensive sitemap and SEO transition. Next, you have your custom 404 page. So a 404 page is what we call the error page, right? So when you're browsing a website or you Google a website and you run across a page that tells you error or no page found, that is your 404 page. But such pages enable your clients to bounce. What do we mean by that? For people like me, if I'm on a website and it leads me to an error page, the first thing I'll do is refresh that page. If it still tells me error, I close the website completely. So you put it in this scenario. Your client visits your page, they bump into an error page. It's not a custom page, so all it says is error, page not found. They refresh the page, it says the same thing. They close your website. That's a lost lead. But your custom 404 page is branded. It basically allows your users to still be engaged on the website and make a decision on what to do next. So let me show you what a custom 404 page is like. Okay, so we'll go to our customer and I'll type something random at the end. All right, there we go. So as you can see, it tells you, sorry, that page seems to be missing. It seems the link you're looking for is an extant page. Perhaps these can get you on their way. Call to actions. So as a customer, when I come across such a page, I'm given three options. Do I want to call the business? Do I want to fill up a contact form? Or do I want to go back to the home page? So this has increased your user experience on your website, allowing you to still preserve this lead. Instead of me closing your website, I would decide based on these call to actions. So I'll say go back to the home page. It takes me back to the homepage, and as your customer, I can continue browsing for whatever I was looking for rather than me closing your website completely and you losing a lead. Next, we have conversion tracking. So this is where Mark comes in. He was asking about how to track your calls. So this is my favorite section of the webinar, so much so that we will be hosting another webinar that's only focused on conversion tracking. Okay, so before I jump in, Faye, do we have any questions or are we ready to go? No questions?
Well, I was on mute. Okay, I was mute. So Jason has a question. We receive a lot of spam forms to our website. Do you have any system for blocking them? I can reply this question. There are different reasons why you are having spam forms, and that's why we have different solutions. One of them is reCAPTCHA. The other one is what kind of hosting are you using? And also, depending on the location, we can block the visitors out of US or out of the states you are not providing any service. And also, depending on the situation, like I said, we have also other solutions for that. So to be more exact, we need to see your website and analyze what kind of spam forms you are receiving. Are they forms from like a lot of forms from Southeast Asia? So we have different solution for that. So for deeper knowledge, you can book a call with us and we can check that for you.
So conversion tracking, now we can dive into it. It's not just a website, it's your marketing engine. What do I mean by this? Your website should be able to do three things for you. It should be able to track, measure, and convert. If it's not able to do these three, then it's just a website. But as you have seen here, your website is your marketing engine, your 24 hours salesperson. So now, what does your website work together with? The first one is Google Analytics and Search Console. So Google Analytics is a free tool from Google. What this tool does is it allows you to understand who's visiting your website, where are they coming from, what pages on your website are they browsing, how long are they browsing on your website, what actions are they taking as they browse on your website. It basically allows you to see how your website is performing in real time. And then you have your Google Search Console. So your Google Search Console is another free tool from Google. It allows you to see how your website is performing in Google's eyes and how you can improve it. So you can imagine you have these two elements that you can implement on your website that allow you to track your traffic, They allow you to be able to understand the behavior of your customers. They allow you to understand any keyword performance, what ad is working, what ad is not working. That way, you're not guessing, you actually know what's working and what's not working. Next, we have code tracking. So with code tracking basically allows you to understand which ads, pages, or keywords are driving calls to your business. Who's calling your business? Why are they calling? Where are they calling from? It allows you to basically measure your return on investment clearly. Next, you have your thank you pages. So thank you pages pop up when a client is done performing an action. So let's say you fill up a quote form. Right at the end of the quote form, you get a thank you page. It's a very good user engagement for your customer who's visiting your website. But for you as a business, it's very, very important because it allows you to track your conversions. You're able to understand where your forms are coming from, what ad is performing, what ad is not performing. Do you need to remarket anything, right? So I'll show you the tool that we use for core tracking. So we use Corel. So basically, Corel gives us a full idea of what's happening regarding calls. Um, you pick a range, so we'll say the last 7 days. So in the last 7 days, this client was able to receive 123 calls. Now, we're able to see where the source of each call, the day, the duration, and if any keywords were actually what drove the client to making this call. So you can see the source, Google My Business, Google Ads, direct from Google My Business. This gives our clients a full view of what's happening regarding calls. Most importantly, each call is actually recorded. So we have realized that most of our company owners appreciate the fact that they can sit back, listen to their calls that are coming into the company, understand what type of questions customers are asking, what are customers looking for these days, as well as they're able to understand how their customer service personnel is working in the company as well. So it's a win-win on both sides. So this is what we use for call tracking. I hope that answers your question, Mark. So we do have a tool that we're able to use, and we are able to track each and every call, listen to the call, understand where it's coming from, and what's driving that call as well. Okay, so is your website set to convert visitors to callers? So now we're going to look at data from one of our clients. So here,
Before going to that slide, there are two questions. One is from Hazel. Is it possible to see which page generates the most leads? Yes, that is possible.
yes,
That is why we built all these data dashboards. So in order to understand which leads are coming from which page or which source.
exactly.
That's possible. The other question is from Jason. System is amazing. Are you providing a new number while these processes are being carried out? Because we would like to continue to receive calls with our existing phone. You keep your existing phone. We just create new phone numbers from the system, from the third party we are using, which is CallRail. And all these new numbers are directed directly to your main number. You don't need to buy a new service, new phone number. So all numbers are coming from the third party tool from CallRail.
Okay, perfect. All right, so the example we're going to look at, the first example we have, our client received 515 leads. They made a total investment of 8,855. That includes service and ad spend. Average cost per lead is 17.20 cents, which led our clients to have 456 phone calls. So of these, 260 are organic, 196 are paid per click calls, and they received 59 web forms. So this information is only available because we are tracking. Because of conversion tracking, we're able to understand what was the investment, what was the average cost per lead, what number of calls did the client receive, did they receive any web forms, and so on. So another example I'll give you is this client received 118 leads. The total investment only for SEO is 1,990, which gave them an average cost per lead of 16.86, generating them 99 organic phone calls and 19 web forms. So this again this is a simple report just to show you that with conversion tracking, you're able to actually understand where each and every penny you're spending is going. How is it working? Should you remarket? What is not working? And basically not use your gut feeling, but actually have tools that work for you and you're able to understand what you need to implement or what's not working. Okay, so mistakes that cost you. Just to summarize our webinar, your website is not mobile optimized. So forget about the fact that 60% of your customers use their smartphones. Google is also ranking your website lower. So you're losing leads. Google is not ranking your website lower just because your website is not mobile optimized. You don't have service specific pages. Remember when we mentioned earlier, in this industry, clients are looking for specific services. It's not like randomly going window shopping. No, this person is looking for termite, bees, ants, a specific service. So if you do not have these pages, how do you expect customers to land on your page, right? Next is your unclear call to action. So your customer lands on your page, they're unable to know what to do next or where to do it. I'm trying to call the business, there's no number or there's no call button. I want to text the business, it only has a call button. I want to make a quote. It only has a contact button. So your customers are getting frustrated and probably leaving the website to go to a more user-friendly website. Next is you're missing your trust signals. So trust signals are your reviews, your organic content. You say that your business is family owned, right? If people go to your website, do they get the feeling that this is a family owned business? Because what we've seen also with our pest control customers is they are very happy with their technicians, but they say that they behave mostly like robots, right? So you can imagine in this AI world right now, if you if your technicians are already performing like robots and we come to your website and there's nothing that shows that this is a brand ran by humans, like a human touch. This is a family owned business. They are all about local services providing for the local community. Your website should be able to give your customer that feeling. Next is your unconverted leads. So this is also due to no marketing automation. You have leads that are landing on your page. However, because of manual follow-ups, you're not able to convert these leads into sales, therefore losing revenue. Okay. So before I go in, as promised in the webinar outline, we will be closing with a few things that you can do to improve your website. Do we have any more questions in the chat?
We have one. Jason is asking, what is the most reliable way to test if my website is mobile responsive? Or how can I do that? Actually, open your phone, check your website. As a user, you think it is mobile friendly, everything fits on the screen, and you have the right call to actions on the right place. That is one way, manual way. Apart from that, we have tools, search engine optimization tools. So we analyze your website and see what is missing on mobile version and what is the percentage of your website mobile responsiveness. So we can do it for you also, and you only need to book an appointment with us. It is a discovery call where we can show you which areas are missing for mobile responsiveness.
Okay, so now we talk about the three things that you can do literally right after this webinar. The first one being you need to be able to create service-specific pages on your website. As we have mentioned, the pest control industry, people are looking for specific services. It also shows your portfolio, your expertise, what type of services do you provide? Make it clear for the customer to know if they come to your website, are you someone who's able to solve their problem or not? Second is make it mobile friendly. 60 to 70% of your visitors are actually using their mobile phone, and Google ranks mobile optimized pages higher. Last is your call to actions. When people are reaching out in the pest control industry, it's in a time of urgency. Make it extremely easy to be able to contact you as a business. This allows you to at least return some of your leads and switch them into conversions. Okay, so just before closing off, I do have an activity for us, basically a question on what 3 conversion elements should you implement on your website. So you can let us know in the chat after today's session, what 3 conversion elements do you think you should implement on your website?
What will you do first? Jason says I will start recording my calls so I can see where all leads are coming.
Okay, so call tracking, that's very important.
Mm-hmm. And Mark says sticky menu for phone number.
Sticky menu, yes. I can actually show you guys what Mark means by a sticky menu. So basically, we'll come back to Optimum Pest. You see, we'll change the page. Let's go to the home page. Okay. So this at the bottom here is what we call a sticky menu, because what it does is, regardless of what page your customer is visiting, they're still able to access all these call to actions. So now I'll change the page. Let's move to a random page. Let's say commercial. I want to see what they do commercially. I click that. Okay, brand new page, as you can see, but the 5 call to actions are still available for your client. So this reduces friction, it reduces confusion, increases engagement. So your client doesn't have to remember that, oh, I saw the text me now button on the mosquito page, or I saw it on this page. Regardless of what page this client is visiting, they will be able to have access to all the call to actions. So this is what we call a sticky menu. Very
Hazel,
interactive. I do agree with
Ha-
Mark.
Hazel says I think it's the same thing. Make CTAs more visible. So sticky
Yes.
menu also allows you to do that. Not only at the bottom, you may also recognize at the top the brand logo, phone number, and mobile menu. That part is also sticky.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. Do we have any more questions? Anything that you would like me to go through again? Feel free to write it in the chat.
Barney also says call tracking is the most important thing, I think. Yes, it's a great tool. So, when you invest on marketing, some marketing expenses are very expensive, like Google Ads. When you spend a couple of thousands on Google Ads, by CallRail, you can see which campaigns are bringing high quality calls, from which keywords you are receiving these calls. Maybe you have some different locations and which one is bringing more leads organically. Yes, I think it's very important to see return on investment by tracking the calls.
Exactly. So, like I said, in the conversion, your website should be able to do 3 things for you. You should be able to track your growth, you should be able to measure your growth, and you should be able to grow. So, if it's not tracking, measuring, or converting, then the website needs to be redone. We need to change a few things, because your website is basically your storefront. It's your 24 hour salesperson. So if at all anything is missing, anything is not linked correctly, you are at risk of losing leads, and lost leads equals to lost revenue. So we are in the business of increasing our revenue and not decreasing it, right?
I think we don't have any other questions. Thank you for the questions.
Okay, so if we have no questions, I will end here for today. Just to remind you, please go ahead and book a discovery call. We did receive very interesting questions today, so you can click on the link. We'll be able to sit with you one-on-one. We are able to analyze your website, go through it, understand what needs improvement, what you could change. It's a 15, very short call, basically. We'll have your needs assessments, and then from there, we now provide you with a customized recommendation. I remember someone asked if it's free. It's totally free. Go ahead and click the link. We will be able to, we will be glad as the team to sit down with you and see where we can help you improve, of course.
Thank you, Regina.
All right, that brings us to the end of today's webinar. Thank you once again for taking out time out of your day to join the team and I. I hope you did learn a thing or two. And I will be looking at my email right now, see how many discovery calls I do have, schedule that, and see how we can help each other grow.
Thank you.